No.
No. Hey, we're getting all kinds of crazy signals. That's the kind of night it's going to be. It's going to be a night of magic and mystery, a little bit of darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're all kind of scared because we've got our special guest hidden off stage in a dark, dark room because he is a man of darkness.
A man of mystery.
Man of mystery, yes.
Man of mystery, yes.
And dark mysteries.
CK Carey is here. We'll bring him on momentarily. But first, we have to tell people what to do. Share the feed.
Share this video, hit like.
Yes.
And so we know you're out there. Brad and I are going to take a minute and share this video on our pages, hopefully.
Yes.
So let's get that going.
Yes.
Hello. And I'm even going to remember to turn down my volume.
And while Ivan's doing this, I will tell you that we are going to be working on doing the show with some new fandangled equipment and things of that nature in the near future, to where we might actually have a picture on the screen telling you share the feed, so we don't have to be on the air live telling you to share the feed.
Yes.
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 Whatever happened to holding the picture up in front? Did I just get kind of old?
We thought we would just switch it up a little bit,
Do it this way.
Yeah, do it this way. We're just going to,
That's fair.
And by the way, we do have a sponsor tonight.
Yes.
And Brad, go ahead and read the first commercial while everybody share the video and hit like so we know you're out there.
That's great. Dr. Stacy and Dr. Trent Blaha at Platte Valley Dental Care will treat you like family because they are family. It's a mother-son dental team educating their patients on the importance of dental health and how it affects the rest of your body. The office accepts many insurance plans and offers an in-house discount plan to make dental procedures affordable to all. Their professional team will be helpful and compassionate through your dental procedures. Check out their online scheduling at pvdentalcare.com. Thank you, Trent and Stacy.
Boom.
Boom.
And we got to say, junior producer Linda running the camera tonight because senior producer Cindy once again gone. Been gone so much she's going to lose her Screen Actors Guild card.
Yes.
She'll be kicked out of the union.
Can we say why she's gone?
Yes, let's do.
All right, she's having a dental procedure done. And I think that it would have been, we could have saved her a lot of money.
Yes.
Could have saved her health insurance a lot of money.
Yeah, we could have done it.
We could have done it right here, in the dark.
We could have done it. We could have had our guest help us.
Yeah.
Would have used less anesthetic. Wouldn't
Yes.
you, Cindy?
Yes.
It would have been over in no time.
I don't understand what her problem
No,
is.
it's weird. Just an excuse to miss the show.
Exactly.
But hey, let's bring on our guest. Are you ready?
Oh,
Ready?
but one more thing.
One more thing.
Thanks to my daughter Presley for getting me this pineapple shirt for Father's Day. She insisted that I wear it soon. She wanted me to wear it for Mike Thompson, but I said no, I'm going to wear it for CK
That's
Carey.
awesome. Good
So,
choice.
yes, thank
Good
you,
choice.
pineapple. Good job. All right, now we can bring CK Carey out.
All right, and our special guest,
International Man of Mystery.
Man of mystery, man of magic,
Man of darkness.
man of darkness,
Man of magic.
man with dark powers.
Let's bring him in.
All right,
Come here. Come on,
CK Carey.
Yay!
Thanks, CK, for joining
Hello,
us,
sir. Thanks.
Hello.
Good to see you. Fantastic to have you here.
Well, it's great to be here.
I'm a little nervous, CK.
Well, don't be nervous.
Don't make my pants disappear.
Again.
Not again.
No, it's CK Carey, not Louis CK.
Okay,
That's
all right.
That's true. Different guy.
All right.
That's
so,
true. So you've got the first reason we brought you on is because you've got some big shows coming up here very soon.
I do, yeah.
Tell us about
the Kansas City Fringe Festival, which is July 19th through 29th. And I'm in that mix there, the 21st to the 28th. So I'm doing 5 shows at the Squeezebox Theater, which is at about 15th and Oak, and it is it's a new theater.
Yeah.
So when you gasp from amazement,
Oh.
careful because they had an asbestos issue. I'm just kidding.
I love the name of it, the Squeeze Box.
Squeeze Box.
They
Remember
do
that
not
old
have an
song?
asbestos thing, so don't hate.
Asbestos.
But no, they it's a newer theater. They've only been in business for maybe 6 months, and they've had a few events there. But it's beautiful, a proper theater with the raked stadium style seating,
Awesome.
and they serve drinks and snacks and
Now,
so
what's the
forth.
address? Do you know the address?
I
of Squeeze Box?
think it's 15 something
Oak
Oak. It's in the
Street, okay.
shadow of the Kansas City Star
It's in the
building.
shadows, which is
So
perfect.
get
for
off
you,
on
'cause you're a
Truman
man
Road.
of
That's
darkness.
right. Get off on Truman Road and take a left on Oak if you're coming from south, like here or east rather.
Gotcha.
And it's right there. So
Awesome.
And tickets aren't on sale yet, but coming very soon.
Any day they'll have it on kcfringe.org. I
Yep,
believe is
that's the website. Yep.
And so it's 21, 22, 23. So it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then the following Friday, Saturday, the 27th, 28th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Great opportunity. We have to take the women to this.
We have to take the women.
But
Women.
first, well, let's say first we're gonna make him get you inspired to want to go.
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. How come I got to be the the guinea pig tonight. It's
Well,
like,
I've
it's like
already-
you. Oh, you've already
I've
seen
seen
it.
some. I've
Okay.
seen some of his work.
All right,
I
all right.
know
Well,
it's good. That's why he's here.
You're a little
Yes.
scared too.
Well, I'm always scared of
Yes.
guys. That
You're
don't-
captive. You're trapped here.
You're
So-
screwed. Yeah, this is gonna be a
Wow. But the show is called The Powers of Darkness.
Powers of Darkness, which really is the name of a very old magic trick, maybe 40 to 50 years old, that I just like the title. So it doesn't really have any meaning beyond that. It's I know it's an ominous title,
It's cool,
but
man.
it really is. I maybe a loose theme of just being in the theater, being in the dark,
Right.
and things happen, tricks of the imagination, and so forth. So, but yes, that's what it's called.
Very cool. And you talking about the theme a little bit. We were talking off camera about a lot of people don't know that you literally have to write what you're doing. It's not just a situation where I'm going to go up. You're trying to do something a little more than just doing 10 magic tricks for people. Can you tell people a little bit about what your thought process is?
Yeah, I mean, what I try to do is use the magic to get to some point or point of view, or some angle or some idea I'm interested in. So sometimes the nature of the magic matches that, and sometimes it doesn't. And so it's an experimental thing. But the Fringe is perfect for that, because that's what the Fringe is. People are doing experimental things that may offend people or they've never seen before, and that's fine. So this is a perfect vehicle for that. And you're right, I do try to not just do tricks. I try to have some kind of meaning behind it, so that the audience can enjoy that part of it and not just be wowed. I feel like there's a deeper thing going on there, and if I don't have that, then really I could be anybody doing that. So hopefully they're coming to see me because they know I'm going to get that.
Right. Exactly.
And how long have you been doing this magic stuff?
Let's see. Well, about 35 years, something
Wow,
along those
started.
lines. I mean, that's when I got into it. Performing like this in public, maybe 25, 28 years, something like that. So
And I saw the first time I've known you now for, I'm guessing it's about 15 years.
at least 15.
Yeah. We had a mutual friend. We met that many years ago.
Yes.
And you were doing a show, I think I reminded you this the last time, that you did a show, I think it was Westport Coffee House, probably, or something
Yes,
like
yes.
that? Yeah, you did a
Yeah,
show
that's
there
true.
with a friend of yours, right? You were doing...
Yes, my very good friend Patrick Starlerback and I did an act together.
Right.
And still do it occasionally.
Okay.
We did a show there, sort of a mentalism show.
Right.
Let me rephrase that. A mind reading show. No one knows what mentalism means. Yes, we did that for a long time and still continue to do it occasionally. And I love Pat, and I love that.
Yeah, that was what really got me. And I remember seeing that, not vividly, but I certainly remember a lot. Because I remember I was asking you, did you do a trick where you pulled a rabbit out of the hat? And you're like, no,
It's
somebody
beneath
else.
me,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. But I wrote about it a little bit on the blog, a blog post that I did on my website, bradcarl.com. And talked a little bit about my friend that I brought to your preview show of Powers of Darkness,
Yes.
who he asked me, he said, what am I, to expect? And it's funny because I had the mind reading type show in my head, and I knew it was going to be some kind of cross. I knew you weren't just going to be up there doing magic tricks, and that's kind of what people can expect in Powers of Darkness at Casey Fringe.
Yeah, I mean, it's part magic, certainly, but
Yeah.
that there's storytelling.
Right.
And there's issues that people sometimes don't want to talk about in polite company, and that's okay.
Right.
I feel like if magic's going to be an art, then it needs to include all of the things in the real world.
Right.
And sometimes we ignore that. So if you're looking for an escape from everything else, you're at the wrong show.
That's very true.
Yeah.
And I was telling you before the show started that, I love going into this kind of stuff and just being entertained by it. But you said you don't really have a problem with people trying to figure out what you're doing, how you're doing it, and the whole 9 yards either. You're open to all of that.
Yes, every single magician that got into this saw something and had to know how it worked. Right? I'm okay with that. Those people, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, so if you guys at home want to guess what the hell he is, what he's trying to do, and what he's done, what his tricks
you can
are,
post
just
it,
type
break
them
it
in.
down.
Exactly.
By all means. Yes, anything that you'll ever see me do is just a click away.
That's true.
A very famous magic inventor named Jim Steinmeier once said, "Magicians guard an empty safe." And they really do.
Right, that's very true.
The internet,
That's good.
everything is revealed. So
It's
there's
true.
so if you want to just know secrets, you don't have to come to a show and try to figure it out. It's all there.
Right.
But if you're looking for something more than that, then
Right.
that's who should go.
And that's something too that And because of the way you do your show, trying to add more elements to it, you also have to really, really predict the audience and what you got to kind of know what you're trying to figure out what they're going to be thinking, what they're going to say, what they're going to do,
Sure.
and probably more so than just a guy going up there doing 10 magic tricks.
Very true. And you know, as you and I were discussing this earlier, people talk back, especially the magic show.
Yeah.
They don't know how to react sometimes. This is not like a play or a musical that looks the same as on Thursday as it does on Friday. All of that is very special and unique to that hour that you're together with those people.
Yeah.
And they're going to talk back, and I'm going to talk back to them. So, and I'm going to invite people to come up and help, and hopefully it's a good experience and not I'm going to make fun of you. Come up here. No one wants to be humiliated. So.
We don't mind.
Except you.
Except you. We don't care.
So
We'll take one for the team tonight.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Yeah, certainly that to me that's more important than the magic itself.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. When was the last time you were, duped by a magician? Have you ever? Do you remember any time recently or in the past?
No, my kids used to really be into the magic shows,
Uh-huh.
so it's probably one time when my oldest daughter Lindsay was really into the magic, I believe, and so it was probably a time when we saw a show with her, but specifically, I've probably never been tricked by one.
Well, you
Right?
may.
Issuing a challenge.
You might be about to, that's for sure. But before we do, I want to ask you one more question. You mentioned that you've been doing this for about 35 years. Was you just got intrigued by something that you saw? Was it a particular person, a particular magician, or?
Yeah, well, there was a magic shop called Zizo's in Kansas City when I was about 12 years old, and I went in there, and there was a magician named Steve Anderson who showed me something with a couple of pocket knives, and I mean, there was my whole body vibrated, and there was something happening there that I just had to know, and so then I started buying little tricks. And if you hang around a magic shop, this unfortunately isn't the case anymore, because most kids learn now from the internet and videos and things like that. But what's nice when you have a mentor who will I would go run and get him pizza and a drink, and then in exchange for that, he would show me something or recommend a book, and that relationship is kind of not there anymore, unfortunately. But that's what really did it for me is Steve. Steve was everything, and that speaks to what we were just talking about, which it is about the person and not the tricks. I mean, I'm sure I had seen magic tricks prior to that, but I didn't have that reaction. But this was in person, someone who, no offense to Steve, didn't look very amazing to me when he just by himself.
Yeah.
But then when he did this, boy, it really knocked me out. So that's what got me started. Pretty soon they were letting me work there. I'm sure it wasn't legal. And I was way underage, and I was demonstrating tricks, and that's where it all started.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, guys, hit like, comment. We're going to be giving away prizes later on, but if you hit like or comment, we're going to know you're out there. Your video stopped, it looks like.
Nah, I don't know what I'm doing.
I think the magician did that.
He's doing what I probably did.
Yes.
Playing games with your head. Take credit for that one.
Speaking of that, then let's let Chris,
All right.
C.K. Carey,
Okay.
mess with your mind.
Mess with me.
Yes.
All right, Ivan. Well, I thought
Yes.
we would start by creating a coincidence. Now, when people talk about coincidences, people really aren't interested in hearing these stories. If you say, I was thinking about my Aunt Betty, and a minute later the phone rang, and it was my Aunt Betty. Well, the person telling the story, it's amazing to them. The person listening to the story is cool.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you two are driving down the street and a song comes on, and you say, "Oh, what a coincidence! That's my ringtone," and Ivan says, "That's my ringtone," and the two of you share that coincidence together, now you're talking, because that's a story you can both tell, and people will be interested in hearing. Yeah. So we'll try to create one. Like I said, people aren't really interested in listening to it; they'd much rather be shown a coincidence. So I'll actually do this with both of you.
Sure.
Actually. So I've got 2 8s here, the red 8s. So I'll give you an 8.
Okay.
Right. You an 8. All right. All right. Now notice these are almost the same. They're only different in suit. They're the same value and color. And usually a pack of playing cards is all different on the face and all the same on the back. But in this case, I took a card from 52 decks, and I made my own deck. Now these are just decks I've collected over the years. You saw Magic Castle in there earlier. That was the first time. There's a a soon-to-be defunct company.
There we go.
Bicycle, of course. There's a B deck. In any case, these. I can't really show you the other side of that
you
card on
naughty
television.
magician.
We use those at bowling.
This is from Japan. So anyway, I want to show you each and every one because I want you to see they are all different in some way. Now, what we're going, there's another Magic Castle card. Orange County Choppers.
Oh, yeah.
What we're going to do is, like I said, create a coincidence, and I'll let you make the decisions, but we're going to start in the middle of the pack, and I'm going to, Ivan, we'll let you go first. I'm going to start dealing the cards down like this, and whenever you'd like, you just call stop.
Stop.
Here.
Yes.
Happy with that?
I like that one.
You want to go further? or
No.
I just want you to watch this carefully. Okay. Place that right there, and we'll mark that. Okay. Let's face up. Same thing for you, Brad. I'll go through anytime you'd like.
Stop.
Here,
right there.
I was kind of halfway. Do you want?
you
Do
were.
you want me to put?
It's
up to you.
I like that one.
Happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you place your card right there, face up?
Yep.
Okay, and we mark that.
Okay.
So what we're interested in here are the cards they found, and what I mean by that would be literally the card that's facing that card now in the pack, kissing it, so to speak. So we'll spread this out. We'll take a look. So there we are.
Okay.
Now, this is interesting. Do you notice anything similar about where you stopped? These are the same back design, but different colors. They're just like your cards. Almost the same. Not quite.
That's pretty.
That's quite a coincidence.
That is quite a coincidence. That's a little odd.
Let's take a look at because I didn't show you the backs of these yet, but
Oh,
that's quite a coincidence
bad.
as well. Now I
is
know
awesome.
what people out watching this are saying, that well, maybe they're just all the same,
Right.
right.
because I didn't show you the face of the cards, and they'd be right. They are all exactly the same.
How do you feel right now, Ivan?
I think we're gonna have to watch this in slow motion.
Very good. I love it.
There
Thank
we
you,
go.
sir. That's
Thank you.
awesome.
That's awesome.
Could you do that yourself? You want to do that?
I'll work on that when I get home.
Yeah, I'll bet. That's great. So, was that just not to preview too much of your show, but if I remember correctly, there was not to give away the show, but wasn't there a coincidence type thing in
Absolutely.
the show? If I
Yeah,
remember
when I
correctly?
say I create coincidences, I'm very interested in that kind of thing, which is everything seems random.
Right.
It is very much like real coincidences, because as we know, coincidences are real, and yet they are very common.
Right.
People think they're not common, but there's millions of things happening to you. People always point out Kennedy and Lincoln. Well, yeah, they had tons of things happen to them. Of course, it's possible. He had a secretary named Kennedy, and he had a secretary named Lincoln. Yeah, these things are always happening. As like I said, when it happens to you, you feel compelled to tell people. I'm really interested in that idea, which is, does everything seem fair? It does, and yet look.
Yeah.
Right?
Very
So
cool.
I like the idea of that, and it's sort of based in that superstition.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which, like we were talking about earlier, I mean, it's more than just a magic trick. You're trying to get some points across, and I like that because as a writer and author myself, I do that too in a different way. That there's underlying themes and points to what I'm writing about within the storyline, and when people get that, that's kind of like the best honor. You know, whether you're doing what you do or whether I'm doing what I do, where if people get the underside of what you're trying to do.
Yeah, exactly.
The other part, the deeper part.
Yes, I absolutely agree.
Yeah, very cool.
And if you want to get to the underbelly of Brad Carl, he's at bradcarl.com.
Speaking of, you know what's funny?
What a segue.
Do we have to do this again too, real quick?
Yeah, we can. We
And
should.
speaking of, we could have just had Platte Valley Dental Care take care of Cindy.
Yeah.
Why didn't we just have them come and do a
They
live?
could have done it. It would have been a nice episode instead of a live procedure.
In the dark with C.K. Carey and the Blahas.
Oh, man.
Yeah, maybe not.
Next
You want me
time.
to read that? You want?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I got a piece of gum in my mouth, but we're going to try. Call 816-858-2027 to schedule your family's appointment with Dr. Stacy and Dr. Trent Blaha at Platte Valley Dental Care. They'll treat you like family because they are family. They educate their patients on the importance of dental health and how it affects the rest of your body, offering the highest possible care to children and adults. Check out their online scheduling at pvdentalcare.com. Thank you, Dr. Trent and Dr. Stacy. And we're sorry. Maybe Cindy is there. I don't even.
We don't
I don't
know
know
where
her.
she is.
I don't know.
We don't know where she's probably drinking heavily by now.
I would be.
Yeah.
I know I would be. Hey, we got a real quick pimp him again real quick before we forget.
Yep.
KCFringe.org is where you can get the tickets sooner than later. Coming very soon. C.K. Carey is performing his Powers of Darkness show at the Squeeze Box Theater July 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 27th, and 28th. So no excuses. There's plenty of shows to choose from. Right?
Exactly.
So that'd be awesome. Exactly. So we're here. He's done a little magic. I've been stumped.
Yeah. You didn't figure it out yet, did you? Did you figure it out?
I can't. Like I said, I like to be entertaining. I don't sit here and
You're not
play.
gonna.
No.
Okay.
There's a lot. If I'm not mistaken, there's obviously a sleight of hand is something that you can't just watch on YouTube, for example, and know how to do. That takes a lot of practice when you're doing stuff like that.
Yes, it does, and I think when you're younger, it's easier to do that, because you have a lot of free time.
Right.
Summers, I remember learning how to juggle or learning how to do card slides, watching Gilligan's Island reruns.
Right.
You can get a lot done there.
Right.
Mindlessly doing it. The problem is when you have to do it in front of a person.
Yeah.
They're not going to be as forgiving.
Right.
And so that's, I always say, you see some magicians, and I'm guilty of this, of advertising themselves as, psychology majors.
Right.
I can tell from your body language and your
Yeah.
age and all that, and your politics, I can tell things about you. That is not totally false.
Right.
But magicians oversell that a lot. And the truth is, magicians have been conducting psychological experiments without knowing it
Right.
for decades. That's how they learn to know where to put their small finger and where to
Right.
have someone look and so forth. So it takes a lot of practice, but some of the practice, I guess the point of all this long-winded thing, is that some of it you can't do sitting in your living room.
Right.
You have to get out and talk to people and do the tricks and have things go wrong, and they talk back to you, and you have to come back and still do it. And that's, to me, is much harder than the sleight of hand part.
Yeah,
much harder.
Very good point. I mean,
Yeah.
we all know, we've all been through it before. You got to stumble before you can really rise to these occasions. We all make mistakes and go through it. And when you have children too, so one of the first things that you teach them, the one thing that you can't teach children is that all people are crazy. Because you don't want to disappoint
you
them.
don't wanna ruin them.
Exactly.
They'll learn
Yes.
it eventually.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
It takes time.
Exactly.
Yes.
And some of those crazy people might be in the audience at Chris's show, which, but
of
you
them-
deal with that.
Some of them might be
Just
just a good
ignore
show.
them.
Exactly. You
You
have,
have to be nice.
Exactly.
Because
So
you might need them.
I'm intrigued by the powers of darkness. All right. I mean, tell us more about that.
The
How do you-
real powers of darkness?
Yeah, well, your powers. Yeah, that's what I want to see.
As I was saying, that's the title of an old trick that I just always liked. And when it came time to name the show, which is what they were wanting, they want a name for the show,
Right.
which is fine. I kind of like that idea. Instead of going or trying to find, there is definitely a thread through my act,
Right.
but I couldn't really think of anything. And so that's what I landed on. So I don't mean to mislead people. I hope people don't come thinking this is some kind of bizarre
Seance or something.
Right.
We're gonna
seance
bring back
type
from the
of
dead or
thing,
something.
or
No.
right like that, because it'd be a great title for something. I saw there's some place in the West Bottoms that's doing a Victorian seance over the weekend. Yeah. Yeah, so it's something like that. That'd be a perfect title for it.
Right.
So I just like the title. It doesn't have a deeper meaning to me, which is terrible
Right.
because I just told you about how I
Yeah,
wanted it
yeah.
to have a deeper meaning, but I just really like the title.
Well, and to kind of help tag on, since I've seen one of the shows, is that, like he's saying, there is a common thread and theme throughout the show. That, for example, after I saw the show, walked out and I got it, and I know you were still in the testing process and
Yeah.
everything else, and you said that you've tweaked some stuff since I've seen it. But I guess my point is that I got it, after I saw the entire act. So
Yeah.
a little more
Well,
sense.
if there's a theme for the magic part of it, it's probably I can make you do things.
Yeah.
I can make you do things. I'm trying to distill it. That's basically what it is. If there's a theme I want people to take away, it's a lot of things: empathy and love and things like that I talk about during the show. It's so they're running on the same track, so to speak, but I'm trying to make them as balanced as possible.
Now, how long does your show last?
It's about 50 to 60 minutes. It's somewhere in that neighborhood. Again, because of the nature of what I do, that varies. It depends on people and how fast they move to get up there and so forth.
Right.
So it's not precisely timed, which is kind of an issue with the Fringe, because it is 45 minimum, 60 maximum, and they shut the lights off at 60 minutes.
It's like wrapping
They
things
shut
up
your
in the
sound
Academy
off.
Awards or whatever.
They are going
Yeah.
right. They are going to be on time. That's what they tell
Wow,
me. So
that's awesome.
I gotta watch that and balance that. But
Wow.
that's okay. I'll figure it out. Maybe I'll bring Alexa and set the timer.
There you go. man.
idea.
That would really mess with some hats.
But before we
go ahead.
I was just saying, before we go on to another trick, or another question, your family is watching. They're saying hi.
Oh,
Yes.
hello.
Michaela
I'm so glad.
says hi, Dad, and then I think your wife is saying hi to other people. I don't know what she's doing here. But I don't know exactly.
Well, hello.
Hello. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What are the tricks can you do for us tonight?
Sure, yeah. Well, I brought, this is kind of strange, but magicians are strange people, so don't be surprised. I brought along some losing lottery tickets from Louisiana that I got a few years ago. Now, why in the world would someone have losing lottery tickets? This is what I do. I try to make lemonade out of this, so to speak.
Okay.
So these are all losers. The idea of this was that you would try to match two of the same number on a single ticket. So you'd look for 2 7s, and that'd be a winner. These are all losers. All the numbers are somewhere between 1 and 60, and there are no duplicates on those tickets, okay?
No matches, right?
So I'm going to let you two do this, okay? And we'll try to do this. I know we have people watching. So here's what we'll do. I'm going to hand you the tickets, and what I want you to do is think of a number between the two of you between 1 and 60. Don't say it out loud. And then if you want to signal each other so you don't have to say it out loud so that I can't hear it, I'll look away too.
Okay.
Maybe signal what that number is going to be. So if it's 33, you could hold up fingers.
How did you know I had the number 33? I'm not even kidding. I am not even kidding. That's the
Thank you.
number.
It's over. Powers of darkness, ladies and
That is
gentlemen.
awesome.
Okay, so, well, I think it's when I touched you. I said 33 and
Weird.
something happened. Okay, so here's what you'll do. You guys decide on the number. Just make sure you're clear on what the number is.
We're gonna each of us come up with a different number. Or
No,
we're
one number
together.
we're
We're
gonna
gonna
decide on
okay,
one
I'm
number.
turn away so
And
okay.
the only reason I'm having you both do it is it's easier that way. Because
Okay.
sometimes people forget
Yeah.
and ruin the show.
Yeah.
And we don't want that to happen.
No.
So you'll decide, and then there's step 2 is I'll turn around, and then you're going to go through the tickets together and look at them. You won't say anything, and you'll look for a winner. Now, your winner is just your number on any ticket. So
Okay.
if it's 33, for instance, you'll look for 33, and if it's a winner, then you'll hand it to me, but do it face down so that I can't see that you're looking at. And if it's a loser, just set it over here.
Without telling you what the number is.
Yeah, do not.
Right.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that very important. You don't tell me what the number is. Otherwise, this is utterly
We
pointless.
got to remember, together we share a brain. We want to make sure that we have it all
We've
straight.
messed up a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So
You said that you don't want us to mess up the show. We mess it up every week.
we could easily mess this
Yeah.
up.
So for now, just come up with the number, and then
Okay.
we'll
So
turn
number.
around and
Okay,
then we'll
got
do
it.
the thing.
All right.
So
All
decide
right.
on
We
the
want
number. I'll
we
look
want
up
the
your-
audience to see it
Audience
too.
watch.
Audience needs to see
You
it.
just go ahead and sign language a number to the audience.
You
Okay.
can, yes.
Okay.
I missed it. Oh. Okay.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Okay.
We got the
Is
number.
everyone
Okay.
still here? Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So now, as I said, just take a look at those carefully, and like I said, if it's a winner, Give it to me, but I don't want you to think that I'm looking
Okay.
at something
And
you're
face
looking
down.
at. Put it face down
Yep.
right here in my hand,
we
and
got-
I'm going to try to get
And
some
by
kind
winner,
of
it just has to
vibration.
have-
Our number.
A single number of your number. And
Yeah.
if
Okay.
not, then it's a loser, and,
And
you
there's
can set it
going to be,
aside.
what if there's multiple cards?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
going to go through every card.
Put that in his like that.
Okay, okay.
Am I right?
Yes.
That's okay. That's
That's a
and that-
winner,
That
yeah.
one too.
Mm-hmm. That looks like a loser.
That's a loser.
And winner. And winner. And winner.
My goodness.
Wow. Wow.
Okay. Well, okay. So that is interesting that they all.
We're interesting guys.
Now, did you? Let me just ask you. Does this number mean anything to either one of you, or was this just random?
Totally random.
Totally random. Did you come up with the number?
I did.
And you signaled to him.
Yeah. And to them.
Okay. Is it 55?
Yes! How did he do that?
See
That's
I
Hey, anybody at home got that figured out? Type it in. We want to know. What's your guess?
How do you feel about
Type
that?
that in.
that was very impressive. Very
Cat-
impressive.
I see Cat Robinson Smith is watching. Cat, figure that one out for us.
God.
Oh my goodness.
You know who could not figure it out?
Well, I can't figure
Vic.
it out.
Vic Perrin could never
Vic
figure
would,
it out.
Vic would spray tan the shit out of those things right there.
Very impressive.
Yeah,
Not
that was.
impressive?
Wow.
I mean, totally random number.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was. I thought it was a random number. I'm not so sure.
I'm surprised you went with another.
It was
double.
me, you know.
No, you went with a double.
It was me who did it.
Yeah.
I was honestly, the reason I picked that number, I didn't have to raise up another hand. It was just really lazy. I could just go like this.
Oh,
I didn't have to
yes.
raise another hand.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I could have gone like,
That
could
would've
have done
been
a
easier.
but I figured it's just easier to just to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Just lazy.
Seriously,
Yeah.
if somebody at home has that figured out, let us know.
That's very impressive.
Awesome.
Man, the next time you come on the show, we're gonna have you teach Ivan a trick.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We
We
could
should do that.
Could you magically make a pizza appear right now?
He's already thinking about
Yeah.
after the
Ooh,
show.
yeah, after show. That's fantastic. Don't forget, I want to keep pimping it because you deserve it. Because you will not be disappointed if you go to his show. Trust me. KCFringe.org is where you need to keep an eye on things for his tickets for Powers of Darkness with C.K. Carey. This guy right over here shows at the Squeezebox Theater downtown off of the Truman area.
Oak.
Oak Street.
Truman and Oak.
Truman and Oak.
Yeah.
Right. July 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 27th, and 28th. And junior producer Linda is giving you the finger.
She says she's mouthing me something about Brad.
What did Brad do?
Oh, never mind. Okay.
Oh, Brad needs to spit his gum out, so he's
No,
not.
no.
Okay. Need to see if anybody else. Let's see what Chris's family's saying here. Let's see here. See if
Well,
there's-
we got some new folks watching tonight, which is good.
Very nice.
Which is good.
Very nice.
So, do you have a website, CK?
No, I don't. And
you do have a Facebook page, though, right?
I do have a
Folks
Facebook page under CK Carey. But the website thing is a little problematic for me, and not because I've had websites in the past, but I don't know that really tells anything that I want to tell. I have a brief description on the page, and that's about all I want people to know when they walk in.
Well,
Because
you're a
I
man
want
of
it to be a
mystery,
bit of
right?
I want it to be a bit of a surprise. Yes, it makes sense. Yeah.
So, how many shows do you do? I mean, you do this like once a month, or what do you do?
Yeah, it's sort of, ebbs and flows. I mean, when it gets into fall and winter, certainly more holiday type things. What I like about this is more of a public show.
Right.
And that's why when I had that show in April, I had such a big turnout. I just don't do that many public shows.
Right.
I'd like to do a lot more. I'd like this to turn into something that this is what I do in a proper theater. So if there's anyone watching that knows something like that. But anyway, that's the answer is I'd like to do this a lot more often for the public.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
You really should. Before we do one more trick, I
Okay.
want to give away prizes if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's do
And
it.
also, before we do that, though, you know what? We'll ask them that question here in a little bit because I got a better idea. Let's do this. We like to embarrass our guests a little bit by having them be the answer of our trivia questions.
Okay.
So we've got stuff to give away. We're going to find winners. Hey, guess who's on there?
Who
wants to play? Gary Pixler's
Yeah.
already said, I want to play.
Well, no, he played last week. I saw some new names. Susan Wallen.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
We'll do Susan Wallen.
Let's do Susan, yes.
Susan, we are playing for 2 tickets to the Molly Ringwalds, Friday, July 6th at Ameristar.
Who are the Molly Ringwalds?
Oh, there's more than one of them?
Yeah, there's like an 80s.
They all wear redhead wigs.
Yeah.
All the daughters.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right
80s
on
band, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They
80s.
play 80s.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So I've got some really random trivia, and I don't think you're going to have any trouble with this, but just in case you do,
Oh dear. Okay.
Ivan is here to help,
I'm here
just
to
in
help
case.
you.
Okay.
Yes. This one is about food, and it's a very easy true or false question. Okay. Fried tarantulas, eggs boiled just before they're due to hatch, live octopus, and puffin hearts eaten raw when still warm are all traditional foods. True or false?
Are all traditional foods of
Well, that-
we don't know?
Are all
Rare.
in certain
certain countries.
Right. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
I'm going to say true.
You are correct.
All right.
They are true. Just
Susan.
disgusting enough for you to know that answer, right? Disgusting. I remember seeing a movie. No, go ahead. Well,
I was going to say, magically, Susan, you can pick these up at the Landmark office, 252 Main Street. The show is July 6th, so that's what, next week, right?
Oh, it is next week.
Yeah. So, Susan, come get those.
Congratulations, Susan. I remember seeing a movie. I don't know if you were there that night, but we used to get together with a bunch of guys who get together and watch a movie or two.
We did.
And there was one that we saw at a mutual friend's house, and I want to say it was a Japanese movie, and it was about God, I can't remember the name of it now. Oh, I shouldn't have brought it up if I couldn't remember the name of it now.
I don't know that I was there, but I think I.
You know which one I'm talking about?
What you're talking about? I'm trying to remember the name.
It was like a food. It was like a.
It was- yeah.
And the food like killed people or
Came alive
just
or something,
came al-
yeah.
Oh, it was just
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yes.
If you want to watch some messed up movies, watch Japanese horror.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Yeah,
You watch it all the time.
And the voices don't match.
That's-
the mouths are moving. And
That's coming.
The wrong animal talking.
Right.
Good stuff.
No. Okay. So who else we got?
Mary Highlander is who we're playing for
Mary.
now.
Mary. Quite contrary.
Mary's going to win if CK
If
gets the
CK
question
Jerry can
right.
get
All
this
right,
correct.
pressure
all right,
right
I'll
here.
do my best.
She's going to win
Another
2
one.
tickets to Mickey Gilly and Johnny Lee at Ameristar.
Oh,
Mickey.
Mary, you can take your husband Eddie. I tell you what, if CK gets this right, a lot of pressure on this.
You know my favorite Mickey.
I'm feeling it.
My favorite Mickey Gilly song is "The Girls All Look Prettier at Closing Time."
Well, true.
Shame
Okay.
on me. Linda's not looking happy.
Okay.
Okay. Question. The beaver is the national emblem of which country? A, Canada. B, Oregon. C, China.
Well, Oregon's not a country.
Very good.
I'm not going to fool a magic.
It's going to have to be Canada, right?
You are correct.
Yes.
Very good. But I made you think. China and the beavers.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, all
Go
those Chinese beavers.
Exactly.
Mary Highlander, have Eddie or you come by and pick these up at the Landmark office, 252 Main Street. You know where we are. That show is Friday, July 13th. Lucky Friday the 13th for you.
Sweet.
I'll tell you what,
Okay.
we got one more prize.
One
Or
more
do we want to say that until, is he going to do one more trick for us?
Is that another trick? You want to do a trick?
You going to do one more trick?
That's fine with me.
All right,
do
we're going to do one more trick before we give
Okay.
away the grand prize.
All right. The grand prize.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna angle around just a bit,
Okay.
if that's okay, and
Get my stuff out of your way.
I'm gonna kind of do this. Right. Okay. And this is gonna go right here. All right. So, Ivan.
Yes.
This is very simple. This is a follow the leader type of trick. Okay. So, simply watch what I do. And I'll ring the bell,
Okay.
and then act accordingly, and then you ring the bell. Okay?
I have to do whatever you do.
Do as I do.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
Okay.
Wilson in the face, Ivan. Just, you,
Did I do it right? Oh, pick this up. Okay. Forgot that part.
I didn't ring the bell. Were you supposed to?
Oh, I have to wait.
It's
It's
like,
like,
okay.
okay. What am I supposed to do?
Take him. Take him.
Okay. Oh, am I supposed to pick the red one?
Yeah, don't show it. Oh, bell.
Oh,
How? How is that possible?
Wow.
What?
Hold them up.
Hold them up. They didn't see them.
oh.
That was. I don't even know what to say to that. My biggest fear was that I was going to dump them all on the floor.
Well, I can't do
Good find.
Very
Oh, wow.
good. That
A
was
lot of pressure
fantastic. Unbelievable. I don't even know. And again, your themes that you're doing here, if I recall correctly, are also seen in your show. The themes.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yes.
not necessarily the tricks, but the themes.
Yes.
Or you might see this trick at the show. It's hard to.
I mean, I really do like magic where the participant is doing something, not just holding.
Yeah.
There's so many shows where you just
Yeah.
hold this for a while,
Yeah.
and they're just sort of another prop.
Right.
And I really like the idea that the person is involved and they're in this, seeing it come to some success.
Wow, that's impressive.
So,
That was
anyway,
very
thank you.
impressive.
Oh, no, thank you.
Awesome. We had a thought. We just want to ask this real quick. People might want to know, will there be an opportunity to meet with you after the shows?
Probably not.
Okay.
Only because they have it scheduled so tight. I don't know.
Okay.
I should say, because there's usually a show after me unless I'm the last performer.
Okay.
And so I have about 10 minutes to break down, put everything away, and get out of the way for the next act.
Right.
But and there'll be people coming in that are lined up outside for the next show, and you've got to clear everyone out. I can meet people outside if it's not 113.
Right.
And I'm happy to do that.
Okay.
But yes, I'd love to talk with people and chat with people outside wherever we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wanted to make sure that people
Yeah.
knew that too, because that's one of the fun things too about going to a show is just talking to them a little bit afterwards and just kind of letting them know what. And I'm sure it's great for you too, because you get to hear
Sure.
more.
I love to hear
feedback
that. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
stuff.
And
Yeah.
I love to just talk with people. I like knowing the type of person that would come to this type of show.
Right.
That's interesting.
Right.
To me.
right. That's great. That's great. So one more trivia question.
One more
What are we
question.
giving away?
Raymond Swanstone is our contestant. We are giving away 9 wines, 2 free wine tastings of 9 wines at Jowler Creek Winery in Platte City.
I was thinking to myself that the only thing that would have made this show better was if we could have had the deputy back in here, the breathalyzer, and all that booze while he's here doing magic tricks. That would have been interesting.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But, oh well, I'll settle for just him. All right, one more trivia question, and he is going to see if he can answer the following. Let's see, let's do this one. What is the world's longest river? I've got 3 choices for you.
Okay.
Is it A, the Mississippi, B, the Amazon, or C, the Nile?
I believe it's the Amazon.
You got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, always go with your gut.
Yeah.
Always go with your gut.
Absolutely.
Very good. Very
Raymond
good.
Swanstone is going to Jellicoe Creek.
Good wine, I should say.
Yeah,
Good
2
stuff.
free wine tastings of all 9 of their wines. That's pretty awesome. Fantastic. Thanks to the folks at Jellicoe Creek. Raymond, you can pick that up at the Landmark office, 252 Main Street. Well, CK, anything else you want to pimp here tonight?
No,
okay,
thanks for, there was plenty of pimping. I'm
Yeah, we-
happy with the pimping.
Good.
What's not to be happy about?
Well,
We are going to the show whether you want to or not.
We are Platte County's best pimpers, right?
We do
We-
pretty well.
we-
In fact, there's a nice little article about you in the paper that
Yeah.
we mentioned. We'll show it to you as soon as
Oh,
we shut
yeah.
down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It basically says that you're a dark man.
You're a
I see.
joke,
Mental-
dark man.
yeah, mental
Completely
capacity.
mental.
Yes, completely mental.
Yes.
Obviously.
Hey, did you ever watch the show The Mentalist?
I did a few times.
Okay,
yes.
so you're familiar with it?
Yes.
Did you ever watch that
Oh
one?
yeah, I watched it. Yeah.
That was,
And
that was
and
kind of cool.
Talk a lot about when you were talking earlier about the whole psychological thing. It kind of
Absolutely.
takes that thing like that's the whole show's theme.
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah. It's exactly what that show. And there's some new show where it's an FBI former magician who's caught, and now he has to work for the FBI.
Yeah, I saw that.
Very convoluted.
Yeah.
I have no idea if it's any good or not, but I assume it's using some of the same similar stuff.
Yeah. Obviously, The Mentalist worked for many seasons. They're going to try to reboot it with something else. With that particular
Yeah.
show, something very
Sure.
similar. So, it makes sense. People like watching that kind of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mental
Definitely.
games.
Mental games.
Hey guys, speaking of mental games, we will be at the Platte County Fair on July 18. Right? Opening night, they're going to have us come out there and do a show. They asked us to come out. They actually invited us, Brad. We didn't even
That
have...
was very nice.
That is very nice. That's impressive that they said, hey, you guys want to come out and do a show? We said yes. We're going to have all kind of fun and games out there by the Dirty Shame Saloon. Named after Brad's girlfriend in high school.
Yeah.
Baby. But yeah, we'll be out there at July 18th at 7 o'clock. I think is opening night, right?
Yeah, I think you said that. Opening night.
Yeah, opening night of the fair. So we'll be out there.
Hot as balls.
It'll be warm. It'll be warm.
Really warm. I'm not going to wear many clothes. I'm telling
Yeah,
you now.
it'll be Speedo night at the fair.
I think so.
Speedo. We'll see you on Wednesday, July 18. In the meantime, follow us at Platte County Landmark on Facebook or subscribe to the paper. We like that even better.
Subscribe to the paper because you can read more cool stuff about our guests and things too.
Yeah.
And one more time, don't forget to check out kcfringe.org to get yourself some tickets to go see Powers of Darkness with our good friend CK Carey. So,
And thanks again to Platte Valley Dental Care for sponsoring tonight's show.
yes.
All right, guys,
Good
we'll see
night.
you on July 18.